Hi, today we're going to review real quickly scientific notation. First, I just want to review with you some basic math facts, and then we'll get into the specifics of scientific notation. First off, x squared, you should all be familiar with, is just a fancy way of saying x times x. Okay? 2 times x, 2x squared is the same thing as saying 2 times x squared. Okay? So now we're going to take this and we're going to go back almost towards elementary math and review some things. 2 times 10 is 20. Okay? 2 times 10 squared, we square the 10, right? 10 times 10 is 100. Times 2, I got that wrong, is, so now we're going back to, so 2 times 10 squared, 10 squared is 100. 10 squared is 100. 2 times 100 is 200. 2.56 times 10 to the 4th power, we could go 10 times 10, which is 100, times 10, which is 1,000, times another 10, so we did it 4 times, is 10,000. 2.56 times 10,000. Okay, and what you're going to get is 25,600. So let's check that, because there's an easier way to do it. If we have times 10 to the 4th, shorthand, instead of multiplying all that in our head or using a calculator, we can just move the decimal 1, 2, 3, 4 places. 25,600. Okay? Now what if we had the same number but it was times 10 to the negative 4th? Negative exponents is the same as dividing by the positive exponent. So x to the negative 2 is the same as 1 over x squared. So 2.56 times 10 to the negative 4th is the same as dividing by 10 to the positive 4. But there's a shortcut to this so you don't get confused. We take the 2.56 and we're going to move the decimal 4 times, but because it's negative, we're going to go in the negative direction to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got 0.000256 is our now our number. Whereas this one is 25,600. Now, let's say I had this number and I wanted to write it like this. All you do is you take the decimal and you move it until it's to the right of the first number that's not a 0. So I moved it to the right. How many times did I move it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and because it's a small decimal, it must be a negative. Okay. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a big number. Big numbers are positive exponents. Okay, so let's try a couple before I show you how we're going to use this in class. So 356 times 10 to the negative 2. Okay? Negative 2, we're going to move the decimal to the left. 1, 2 places, so we get equals 3.56. Okay? How about 456? And I want you to write it in scientific notation. Well, we would take our decimal, go 1, 2, 4.56. Was that a decimal or a big number? A big number. So if it's a big number, it's times 10 to the positive 2. Because we moved it 2 places. Okay? Now, here's the reason we're going to be talking about this. Is we're going to be talking about light that uses nanometers. Nanometers, 400 nanometers could also be written as 400 times 10 to the negative 9th meters. Okay? In fact, if we used our conversion from the conversion video, we would take our nano, King Henry died Monday drinking chocolate milk, and then micro and nano, so we go up 1, 2, 3, no, here, let me do it. King Henry died Monday drinking chocolate milk, micro and then nano, missing no pink, No, we haven't done the pinkies part. Okay. King Henry died Monday drinking chocolate milk, and then micro and nano go on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're going to move the decimal 9 places. So we start here. I'm going to write it again here. 400. We go 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. And we fill it this. If I'm going to convert it to scientific notation, remember I got to move the decimal until it's to the left of the number. So now I got 4 times 10 to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. -7 meters. Notice this is 4 and that's 400. That's why there's a different number here. Now, real quick question. Why is this negative? Okay. Alright. That was a quick review of scientific notation. When you're doing scientific notation in your calculator, the double E button is your exponent button. So let's say, for example, you're going to type this in the calculator. You would go 4, double E button, 7 negative. And this is for the calculator on your computer. Now if you have a graphing calculator like you use in math class, you can still use the exponent button, but it will actually type it out like this. 4 double E will be times 10, then you hit the 7, and then the plus or minus button. Sorry, I forgot to say that. Plus or minus button, and it will change it to the negative. So 4, this is on your basic calculator in your computer. You're going to do this for your calculator, for this number. 4 double E, 7, plus or minus. So this is 4 times 10 to the 7, and this makes it negative. Okay, so that's how you would read that. On your calculator, you will sometimes see 4E -7. That is the same as that. E means times 10 to the -7 if it's capital E. Okay.